When you're young, you don't think twice about your body. You run, you jump stairs, you carry bags like nothing. But after 70, the little things start to speak louder. The way you move, how fast you walk, how easy or how hard it is to get out of a chair. And these things, they're not just signs of getting older, they're messages. Quiet, personal clues your body is giving you about how strong you still are and how long you might stay that way. This video isn't about fear. It's not about rules. It's about awareness. It's about the everyday things that predict not just how long you'll live, but how well you'll live. We're going to talk through 7 of those everyday signs, backed by science, yes, but more importantly, grounded in real life. If you've ever asked yourself, am I aging well? Or just quietly wondered what your body is trying to tell you, this is for you. Let's get into it. Sign 1, walking speed, the pace of your life. Most people think aging happens suddenly, like one day you just get old. But really, it sneaks in, slowly. And one of the first places it shows up? Your walk. Not the kind of walk you do on a treadmill in a gym. I mean the everyday kind, crossing the street, walking to the mailbox, getting up from the sofa to grab a glass of water. Your walking speed after 70 is one of the clearest indicators of how long you may live. That's not a guess. It's what dozens of studies have shown. When you walk with a good, steady pace, without having to stop or lean, you're telling the world, and your heart, your muscles, and your brain, that you're still here, still capable, still moving forward. Let me tell you about 2 men I know, Joe and Frank. Joe is 76. Every morning he walks the block twice before breakfast, rain or shine. His pace isn't rushed, but it's steady. He walks with balance, his posture upright, his mind alert. Then, there's Frank, same age, used to be active too. But these days he doesn't walk far. He gets winded walking to the driveway. Stairs make him nervous. His legs feel like they've given up before he has. It's not that Joe is lucky, and Frank isn't. It's that Joe kept moving even when it got a little hard. And that made all the difference. Walking isn't just about legs, it's about circulation, coordination, even memory. Fast walkers after 70 tend to live longer. Not because they're rushing, but because their bodies are staying active, connected, and alert. And here's the good news. Walking speed can be improved. You're not stuck where you are. Start with small goals. Walk to the end of the street and back. Then try 2 blocks. Set a timer. See how many steps you take in 10 minutes. Track it. Not for competition, but for yourself. Think of every step as proof. I still have strength, I still have choice. Sign 2, grip strength. What your hands are trying to tell you. We don't talk about hands enough. We talk about hearts, lungs, even knees. But our hands, they're often forgotten. Until one day, they're not strong enough to open a jar, or carry a grocery bag, or turn the key in the door. After 70, your grip strength becomes one of the clearest indicators of your overall health, even more than blood pressure in some cases. Sounds strange, right? But there's a reason. When your grip weakens, it often means your muscles are weakening. And when your muscles weaken, your ability to stay active, independent, and resilient starts to slip too. Take Robert. He's 78. A quiet guy, but he's proud of one thing. He can still carry 2 gallons of milk from the store without putting them down. If I ever can't do that, he says, then I know I'm slipping. Now take his friend Walter. Same age, same history. But Walter started noticing he couldn't twist caps off bottles as easily. His fingers cramped while holding a pen. He stopped doing things without even realizing it. Stopped gardening, stopped lifting, stopped reaching. I guess I just thought it was part of getting old, he said. But it's not just getting old, it's a signal. Grip strength reflects total body muscle health. When it fades, chances are other muscles are fading too. That can lead to falls, slower recovery from illness, even early decline in independence. But here's the thing most people don't realize. You can rebuild it. Even now. Your muscles still respond to effort. Your hands still remember what they used to do. Try squeezing a tennis ball for 30 seconds a few times a day. Use a hand gripper. Practice carrying small weights around the house. Nothing fancy, just consistent. And more than that, notice the small wins. Opening a jar on your own, holding a heavy bag without switching hands, picking up your grandchild without flinching. These are not minor things. They are indicators. Your hands are talking to you. Don't wait until they go quiet to start listening. Sign 3. Balance. Standing still says a lot. Nobody thinks about balance until they lose it. You don't notice it when things are fine. You reach for a glass, walk downstairs, get out of bed, and your body just knows what to do. No second thoughts, no wobble. But one day, something small changes. You feel a little off when turning quickly. You grab the wall when you get out of the shower. You trip over something you used to step over without blinking. It doesn't feel like a big deal, but it is. Your ability to stay balanced, literally stand on one leg for 10 seconds, is strongly tied to how long and how well you'll live. It's not just about strength. It's not even just about coordination. It's about how well your brain, your muscles, and your nervous system are still working together. I remember Carol, early 70s, used to be a dance teacher, still moves with grace, still walks without rushing, still balances on one foot while brushing her teeth just because she can. If I can balance, she told me once, I can still trust my body. Then there's Nancy, same age, never really thought about balance before. One day she fell while reaching for something on the top shelf. Didn't break anything, thankfully, but it shook her. Now, she always holds the stair railing. Always. Looks down when she walks. She doesn't feel confident anymore. Here's the truth most people don't like to admit. Once balance goes, freedom often goes with it. Falls are one of the top reasons people lose their independence after 70. It's not just the fall, it's the fear that comes after, the hesitation, the I better not try that again. But here's the part that matters most. Balance can be trained and retrained. Your brain can reconnect with your body. It just takes practice. Try this. Stand near a chair or wall. Lift one foot. Can you hold for 10 seconds? Walk heel to toe along a line on the floor. Practice shifting your weight side to side while brushing your teeth. Little things like this, done daily, can rebuild your confidence. And that confidence, it's not about showing off. It's about knowing you can trust your legs, trust your footing. Because when you can trust your body again, you move more. And when you move more, you live more. Simple as that. Sign 4. Sleep quality. What the night is trying to tell you. When you're young, sleep is just something that happens. You close your eyes and it shows up. But after 70, sleep starts asking questions. Can you fall asleep easily? Stay, sleep, wake up feeling rested. And the answers to those questions, they matter more than you think. How you sleep is one of the strongest reflections of how your body is healing, protecting, and preparing for the next day. I know 2 men, both in their mid-70s, Henry and Bill. Henry goes to bed around 10 p.m. every night. No TV, no phone, just a book and some quiet. He sleeps about 7 hours and wakes up at the same time each morning. Feels steady, sharp, grounded. Then there's Bill, same age, but his nights are restless. He falls asleep in front of the TV, wakes up at 3 a.m., tosses and turns. Some days he naps in the afternoon, other days he runs on fumes. And it shows. He's tired, forgetful, irritable. His blood pressure is up. I just don't sleep like I used to, he says. But it's not just aging. It's your body telling you something's off. Poor sleep after 70 isn't just about being tired. It's tied to memory loss, weakened immunity, higher risk of heart issues, even depression. And sometimes, it sneaks in slowly. You start waking up a bit earlier. You brush it off, then you notice you're not dreaming as much. You forget more things. You start saying, I just feel off lately. Sleep is your body's time to rebuild. Clear out the clutter in your brain. Fight off illness, repair what broke during the day, so when sleep is broken, you feel broken too. But here's the thing. Just like your muscles, sleep habits can be retrained. It starts with a little discipline and a little self-respect. Set a bedtime, even if you're retired. Limit screen time after dinner. Get sunlight in the morning. Avoid heavy meals late at night. And maybe most importantly, don't ignore it. If you wake up tired every day or you dread going to bed because you know you'll just toss and turn, say it out loud. Ask for help. It could be stress or something deeper like sleep apnea. But you don't have to accept it as just old age, because how well you sleep each night has everything to do with how alive you feel the next day. Listen to the quiet. Your nights might be telling you more than your days ever could. Sign 5. Appetite and eating habits. When the body loses its hunger. People think appetite fades with age, and sometimes it does. But it shouldn't disappear. Losing your hunger isn't just about taste buds changing. It's a whisper from your body saying something's not right. After 70, how and what you eat says a lot about how you're doing. Not just physically, but mentally and emotionally too. I've seen it firsthand. Margaret is 74. She still makes breakfast every morning: eggs, toast, fruit. Not fancy, but real. She eats slowly, sets the table, makes a little pot of tea. For her, food isn't just fuel, it's ritual. When I stop cooking, that's when you'll know something's wrong, she jokes. Then there's Susan, also 4. But lately, she just hasn't felt like eating. Skips breakfast, grabs a cracker at lunch, sometimes forgets dinner entirely. She's lost weight, but not on purpose. I just don't feel hungry anymore, she shrugs. But here's what many don't realize. A shrinking appetite can be a warning sign. It can mean your body's not absorbing nutrients, or that your digestion is slowing, or sometimes it's tied to deeper things: loneliness, depression, even early memory loss. And when you don't eat enough, especially protein and healthy fats, your muscles begin to weaken. Energy dips, your immune system falters, you feel tired, cold, a little dull. Food is more than just survival. It's strength, it's memory, it's routine. Think of the meals you used to love, the recipes passed down, the smell of Sunday morning bacon, the sound of a kettle whistling. When appetite fades, it's not just the body that's changing, it's life slowing down. But it doesn't have to. You can bring it back, gently. Eat smaller meals more often. Focus on foods with color and texture, things that make you want to eat. Sit at a table, not in front of the TV. Share meals, even just with a phone call on speaker. And most of all, don't ignore sudden changes. If you've lost weight without trying, or food just doesn't sound good anymore, talk to someone. It might be something simple. It might not. Either way, it matters. Because eating well after 70 isn't about looking good in the mirror. It's about having the energy to live the way you want. And that starts with listening, not just to your stomach, but to your body's quiet signals that it still needs to be fed, nourished, and cared for. Sign 6. Stress management. The weight you can't see. Everyone talks about stress like it's normal, just a part of life. And it is. A little bit of stress sharpens you, gets you out of bed, keeps you alert. But after 70, stress stops. Being just a part of life, it becomes something else. A quiet, heavy thing that settles into your chest and refuses to leave. How you handle stress now can say a lot about how long and how well you'll live. Chronic stress affects everything. Your sleep, your blood pressure, your immune system, even your memory. And sometimes you don't even realize it's building up. You just feel tired, or snappy, or withdrawn. You stop laughing as much. You stop calling people back. Take John and Richard, both 76. John still faces challenges. A daughter going through divorce, some health scares, unexpected bills. But he has his ways. He walks every morning, listens to old jazz, writes things down when they feel too big in his head. If I let it all pile up, he says, I'd drown in it. Richard, on the other hand, holds it all in. He doesn't like to talk about feelings, says it is what it is, but his shoulders are always tight. He wakes up in the middle of the night worrying about things he can't control. His doctor told him his blood pressure is high again, What Richard doesn't see is that he's carrying weight his body wasn't built for anymore. And when stress has nowhere to go, it turns inward, into inflammation, into tension, into fatigue. But here's the truth no one tells you. You can still learn to let go. You don't have to be a monk. You don't need therapy if you're not ready for it. But you do need a release. Take 5 deep breaths before breakfast. Sit in silence. For 5 minutes a day, laugh. Yes, actually laugh, move your body, stretch, dance if you can. Talk to someone about anything, even the weather. Stress doesn't always announce itself. It slips in quietly. But if you learn to recognize, you can soften it, because peace isn't something that just happens after 70. It's something you choose over and over again. And when you do, your heart slows, your thoughts settle, and your body finally gets to rest. You deserve that rest, not because you've earned it, but because you're still here and still living. Sign 7. Social connection. The company that keeps you alive. Loneliness doesn't knock on your door. It just slowly stops ringing the phone. One day, you realize you haven't spoken to anyone in 2 days. Then 3. Then maybe a week. And you tell yourself it's fine. You're just tired or people are busy. But your body knows the truth. Our need for connection doesn't fade with age. It deepens. After 70, social connection isn't just about fun or distraction. It's about survival. Studies show that older adults with strong social ties, friends, family, even a friendly neighbor, live longer, heal faster, and suffer less from depression or cognitive decline. But we don't need studies to tell us what we already feel. I think about Eleanor. She's 78, lives alone, but never really feels alone. She calls her son every morning, meets her church group on Wednesdays, and plays cards with friends on Fridays. She laughs a lot, not because life is perfect, but because she's connected. Then there's Barbara, same age, same neighborhood. But over time, her friends moved or passed away. Her kids are busy. She spends most days in silence except for the television. "I didn't notice I was lonely," she once said. "I just thought I'd gotten quiet." But her energy dipped. Her appetite changed. Her memory started slipping. Her doctor gently told her, "You don't need more medicine. You need more people." Because isolation is silent, but powerful. It chips away at your health in ways you don't feel until they're too big to ignore. But here's the hope. Connection doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be real. Start by calling someone, just one person, you haven't spoken to in a while. Sit outside and wave at the neighbors. Join a local group, even if it's just once a month. Say yes when someone invites you out, even if you don't feel like it. People aren't perfect, but being around them, it reminds you that you're still part of the world. And when you feel seen, heard, and included, you don't just live longer, you live better. Connection is not a luxury, it's a lifeline. Maybe you saw yourself in one of these signs. Maybe your steps have gotten slower. Maybe your sleep is broken. Maybe you've gone a few days without really talking to anyone. That's okay. Aging isn't something to fear. But ignoring the signs, that's where we lose time we didn't have to lose. The truth is, most of these signs aren't fixed in stone. You can walk a little more tomorrow than you did today. You can call someone, make a simple meal, breathe a little deeper. You don't need to change everything, you just need to begin again in small, steady ways. Because this life, it's still yours, and your body, no matter how old, still wants to fight for you, if you let it. So pay attention to the quiet, the way your body moves, the way your hands grip, the way you feel when you're alone. These aren't just signs of getting older, they're invitations to live better, not longer for the sake of time, but deeper with whatever time you have. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself. You've got more life in you than you think.